Hey, what's up everybody? If you're new here, a couple weeks ago I put out a video called $0 to $100,000 in 2022 using Fiverr and side hustles. In that video, I basically outlined my game plan for how I plan to end 2022 with $100,000 earned through Fiverr and some of my other side hustles. And part of that game plan was to offer a couple of new Fiverr gigs to try to expand the amount of money I'm able to bring in from my Fiverr business this year. So that's what this video is about. In this video, I'm gonna go over one of the new Fiverr gigs I've created, walk you through it, show you what I came up with so that you can see kind of where I'm going with this, what my strategy is, so that if you wanna offer a similar type of gig, you can use this as a framework to kind of get the ball rolling for yourself as well. So I hope this is really helpful for you. So to start, I think it's pretty important to give you some background on the types of gigs I've been most focused on over my last 3 years as a Fiverr seller, to give you some background on where I'm coming from and how I plan on slotting this new gig in, which is a bit different. So over the past 3 years, I've been focused exclusively on providing copywriting related services on Fiverr. Mainly, my most successful gig is a gig where I offer to write sales and marketing emails for people and companies all over the world. It's been really successful and has accounted for most of my revenue on the Fiverr platform. And I think that's pretty important to note because up until now, for the past 3 years, my strategy has been to focus on that gig and only create new gigs that were kind of like offshoots of that gig, that were kind of similar but different, maybe targeted towards a different medium, a different platform, a different way of reaching customers for my customers. But this gig that I'm creating and showing you today is totally different. And the reason it's different is because it's a coaching gig. It's a gig where I'm planning on offering YouTube coaching and consulting related services. And the reason I stressed that I had only offered copywriting related services for the last 3 years is I think it's super important to make sure you're only offering gigs where you're actually confident, you have the skills, you have the expertise, and you're able to offer value to your clients with them. So I've basically been creating YouTube videos for the last 2.5 years and have waited till I've gotten to the point where I'm confident that I can offer value to other new creators to help them grow and scale their YouTube businesses. I feel like I'm ready now, but I wasn't ready a year ago. So just something to keep in mind if you're considering branching out from the standard types of gigs you're most used to offering and trying something new. Make sure you're ready so that you can offer value to your clients, because ultimately that's what's most important, and that's going to be a huge factor in your success. So getting into the gig itself, I think the premise of the gig should be pretty simple at this point. I've been doing YouTube for a while. I've achieved some pretty good success with YouTube. I'm gonna offer my time up to help new YouTubers try to achieve similar types of success based on my experience and the lessons learned that I've learned over the past couple years on YouTube. Starting with the title, I really tried to keep things as simple as possible while at the same time making sure to include keywords that I think are very likely to be searched for by people looking for a YouTube coach or YouTube consultant. So the gig title is, I will be your YouTube coach or consultant. So pretty obviously the main focus keyword here is YouTube coach, and from what I've seen, it doesn't look like there's that many other gigs ranking for this keyword, and I also think that it's going to be something pretty commonly searched for. So I think that targeting that will give me a good chance of standing out from the pack in Fiverr search results. The next thing after deciding on the gig title that I really focused on was creating a solid gig video. I'm a big believer that especially with gigs that are coaching or consulting related, having a gig video is essential. Essential to show A, that you're confident, and B, to explain how you can help them with this gig, because coaching can sometimes be a bit ambiguous if you're just using the gig description to describe what you can help them with. A video helps you give them the feeling of how you can help. And of course, with this video being YouTube related and audio and picture quality being very important on YouTube, I wanted to make sure I produced a video that shows that I know how to handle a camera, I know how to set up audio, I know how to set up lighting, to give them that trust that I actually know what I'm doing. So the video is very important, and aside from that, I used a couple screenshots of my YouTube analytics to just really solidify that I am who I say I am, and I have had some success with YouTube. So I'll play the video for you in just a second and you can see what I came up with. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Nardi and I'm a YouTube content creator. I've been on YouTube for over 2.5 years, have created hundreds of videos, have accumulated over 45,000 subscribers, 1.8 million views, and I've made over $15,000 in AdSense revenue alone. I love creating on YouTube, and with this gig, I'm offering my services to help coach you so you can create on YouTube as well. Whether you're a total beginner and haven't even started the journey of creating your channel, or maybe you already have a YouTube channel and need some help and advice on how to take things to the next level, I'm here to help you. So if you have any questions, send me a message. Looking forward to working with you. So I focused on breaking the video down into these key parts because I thought this would be most important and kind of help transition the client from watching the video to wanting to and feeling ready to purchase my gig. The first part of the video was the intro where I listed my credentials. The second focus area of this video was explaining the purpose of this gig so they know what it's all about. The third part of this gig that I made sure to include was to clearly outline who this gig might be for, to help connect with them. And the last part, I put in a really simple call to action, getting them to message me if they have any questions after seeing the gig. And my strategy and kind of structure of the gig description, very similar to the structure I used for the gig video. The first part listed who the gig is for. The second part listed my credentials. In the third part, I tried to make a bit of an emotional connection with the reader, kind of jive and connect with them so that they felt attached to my gig and my services. And the fourth part of the gig description that I recommend almost everyone use for their gig descriptions is to actually list some of the features and benefits that they might get when ordering this gig. It really helps draw their attention and makes it really crystal clear what they'll get when they order. I feel that this general gig description format works pretty well. It's been working pretty well for me, but I'll keep you posted. So I'm going to be monitoring this gig throughout the year. I'll let you know once I start getting a couple orders in, or if I don't get a couple orders in, what I decide to tweak and change to try to boost the amount of orders this gig converting. When it comes to gig packages, I went with 3, and if possible, I always recommend going with 3 different packages because you can structure them in a way where one kind of builds into the other. So I started with a basic package, like an intro consultation, just to give them a taste of what it might be like to work with me. And then the standard and premium offer a lot more value and really are what a serious buyer who really wants to improve on YouTube is going to want to look out for. So that's how I structured these gigs, and having 3 different packages is also really good because it allows you to bake in volume discounts into the gig packages to potentially help you in negotiation. So when people ask for a discount, you can say, hey, no worries, I've actually already built in discounts in my different gig packages. So if you want to get some savings, you should probably look at buying my premium package. That's the strategy I take. It helps me save money in negotiations, and people are pretty receptive to it. So that's something you might want to jot down for yourself as well. All right, so that's the gig. Totally different from the copywriting related gigs I've been offering over the last couple years, but I think it's something I can definitely offer to bring value to my potential clients. So let me know what you think. I'll keep you posted throughout the year with how this gig's performing, and if I decide to tweak anything, I will create a new video keeping you posted so you can keep track of which tweaks have been working and which I decided to scrap. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more videos about my journey from starting 2022 with 0 earned to ending it with $100,000 earned with Fiverr and side hustles, make sure to subscribe to this channel and follow the playlist I've created where I'll be uploading all of these videos related to this challenge. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, cheers.